First of all, I'd like to again thank everyone for coming in tonight. The mayor told me earlier that this was our meeting. I don't believe this is our meeting. I think it's a joint meeting of the city of Valdosta and our neighboring counties in the state of Florida. That's what I intended or hoped that this meeting would be. I want to commend Jason and his staff for all the work they have done. I've been able the last couple of months spend a lot of time calling and talking to Jason, and I think you got the right man for the right job, what's going on right now, and he's really good. He takes it, you can tell tonight, he takes it to heart, and I want to commend him for that. I want to thank, of course, the city of Valdosta for investing over $180 million in projects so far, and as Jason said, there's a lot of work that the city needs to be done. We're here to support that. Our delegation and task force of county commissioners in the 12 states in Florida, that's our goal. We do have some ask, and then I'll go over a few other things. When I crossed the river today, or I crossed over the state line, nothing miraculously changed. The trees were still green, the water was there, the bird, everything. There's nothing. The only thing that separates our environment and our safety and health is us. Okay? And there's a state line, and we have different rules and regulations, but there's nothing different that changes when we cross from one boundary. I go to one county to the next, or I go from one state to the next. Everything is the same. And I think we all have a desire to have one of our priorities, of course, would be our clean waters, environment, health, and safety for all of our citizens. One of the asks that we do have, and you have a lot of information, people. I mean, you really do. I want to just tell you, you have a lot of information out there that the public really don't know about. I learned it as I, kind of go into it. I think it would be a great idea if part of your public information system, is it not working? No. Oh, okay. Sorry. To develop some type of, and you may have some form of it, but a public information system talks about past and current ongoing projects and timelines and the amount of money that's been expended, just keeping the public informed of what's happening. I hear it all the time in Madison County, and I'm sure you guys do in your other counties, and you see social media when it comes out, they're not doing anything. Well, there's a lot to be done, but you're doing a lot of stuff. I can't answer that for my constituents. I think that it's incumbent upon, the city of Valdosta for a lot of that. Now, I do know that your 2020 consent order had you doing water testing on the river in 3 times a week in different locations. I think that's been lifted right now. Correct. And I know that I've been told it costs money. Absolutely, it does cost money. But back in 2020, Madison, 18 to 2020, Madison County, correct me if I'm wrong, our health department, our county invested over $50,000 in testing water wells for our constituents, for the concerns that we had for our water quality in our county. I know Hamilton County, they invested a pile of money. Don Hill and Suwannee County, they invested a lot of money to do that. I mean, it's money. But if it's for the safety and well-being of your constituents and our constituents, I hope that our ask is you would revisit that and reconsider that. Just a few, then I want to open it up for our county commission, and then I want to make sure that our public has opportunity to address us tonight as well. I made a note a while ago. I said, and this happens thousands of different cities around our nation. Back in the day, Jason already alluded to this, when sanitary sewer systems were put in, the federal government allowed us to discharge the treated material into our rivers and streams. Personally, I think that was a poor decision, but we are living with that. And when we do that, when failure happens, it's happening now, it affects not only your local folks, but other people as well. And I know the city has shown that they have the desire and the efforts to point at stop that. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, about 10 years ago, I was here at a meeting, and the comment that I heard was very, it's not now. It used to be the solution to pollution was dilution. Well, that is no longer the solution. Kind of my mantra is, the solution to pollution is dilution, is no longer the solution. So, and I know that y'all